Hello. So I've just finished my second lot of chemo. I'm wearing a beanie to keep the hair warm. My hair hasn't fallen out yet. Oh, little bits have, but you know. But I'm just trying to keep my noggin warm. Anyway, just finished my second treatment. All went well. I've got my little take-home bag here. And I thought I'm going to go and have something nice for lunch today before my appetite completely disappears again. So we decided to come to Panarottis because I felt like they're baked button mushrooms because they're delicious. Anyway, I decided to get a drink. Got a little iced tea because I love iced tea. And I took a sip and holy frickin' mackerel. I've just discovered what is the sensation when you drink something cold. It literally felt like, I had a sip and I was like, what's going on? It literally feels like there's like a million needles in here that when the cold goes down, they just go and spurt out. You know how like a pufferfish, you go in there and it goes like that? It's like, imagine a pufferfish with like all needles around it, all the way around your neck. It was so weird. So I looked a bit shocked. Mum's like, what? She thought something was wrong with my drink. I looked at the drink and I thought, is something in there? And then I realised it was the cold. So that was interesting. So now I'm on to my room, back to my room temperature water. So I've learnt that lesson. Iced tea's gone in the bag. So I cannot wait for this food to come because I'm hungry. I'm looking to eat something nice before I feel like being sick all the time. So can't wait, bring on my food. And I'll update any symptoms or anything from this second lot as we go along. Bye bye. Good afternoon, everybody. It's what day is that? It's Monday the 10th of June. Just sitting in my car. I've just had a follow-up appointment with my surgeon who'd done my cancer surgery. He also done my weight loss surgery, and the dietitian there as well. So with him, he was happy with how everything's going. Wound looks fine, feels fine. I go back and see him in sorry, I'm just watching other cars in the car park. Go back and see him at the end of December because I've got a referral to get some more blood tests and things like that, because when I go see him, I have to schedule in getting a colonoscopy. Great. Not looking forward to that, but whatever. Gotta do it now. It's part of my life. So everything was good with him. And then I also had an appointment with his dietitian as well. Obviously I'm still really struggling with eating and drinking, especially in the first 6-ish days after the chemo sessions. So the dietitian gave me these. I'm trying these. It's not great, but I need to get some protein and good stuff into me, so I'm trying these. And also trying some Metamucil capsules as well, just to help with digestion issues that I've been having because of A, chemo, and B, having bowel surgery. My bowel is obviously still healing and trying to recover, so it's not in the desired condition. So hopefully some Metamucil helps with that as well, and that will then help keep nutrients and some weight on as well. So yeah, so I've got chemo in 2 days on Wednesday, so preparing for that. Today I feel good because obviously, you know, it's 2 days before chemo. I've finally recovered from the last session and then I'm about to get hit with the next one. You probably would have seen a little clip just before this one where it was the day of my second chemo and I went out to eat something for lunch, had a cold drink, and holy shitballs, my throat, oh, it was crazy, that sensation. So it did happen, but not that intense, after the first chemo. That only lasted about 5 days, that issue with the coldness, but this time it lasted about 8 or so days. And it was really hard to get my water and all that at room temperature because it's been so freaking cold. Anyway, so that's still there. Other symptoms, I've been trying to combat the issue with, you know, toileting issues, with gastro before eating. That helped a lot in the first couple of days after I had my chemo, which was good. I didn't get mouth ulcers this time, woohoo! But I did get a little ulcery type blister on my lip here. It's not a cold sore, it's just I don't know, it was like a little blister, teeny tiny little, it was just a lump. But yeah, it wasn't cold sore, thank goodness. So still tired, very tired. Obviously those first couple of days I was doing okay, the first 2 or 3 days after chemo, but then started getting really tired again. So if I do something in the morning, usually in the afternoon I am shit-faced and tired. I've said shit a fair few times in this video, sorry about that, young viewers. Like I took the dogs to the dog park the other day and I come home and I slept for 2 hours. I was so tired. But I'm lucky I've been able to rest. I'm able to lay down in the afternoon and rest whenever I need to. So I've been very lucky to be able to do that. What else? So on Sunday, however, so the first 5 days after chemo, so starting from Wednesday through to Friday, I'm really struggling to eat and drink. So Sunday seemed to be my worst day, where I'm just so tired. I was feeling really dizzy, like I got up and all I could see was black, like my vision was like all black for a few seconds. So tired, lethargic, felt like shit. So I was getting a little bit concerned. Usually I'm not much of a worrywart, but I called the hospital and they put me through to like a medical line, and that people said go to emergency. So I did. I went to emergency, went into triage, got kicked out because, well, not kicked out, but I had to free up the room for an older man who came in with heart issues, which of course that's definitely priority. You don't want to mess around with that. So that was fine. I went and sat back in triage and just sat there with my hand over my scarf, actually covering my mouth, because I did not want to get any of the bloody germs from all the people in there, because it was packed. People vomiting, there was kids vomiting on the floor. It was disgusting. Anyway, I went back into the triage again, told them the story, how I was feeling. They put me straight into a bed, so they admitted me, I would say. They put me in a bed. I had to get in a gown. I got my little ID bracelet on, and then so I was just thinking, I just said to him, I feel like I think I might need to get like an IV drip, like some fluids into me, and that should be it. Like I should be fine. I'm just really struggling to get that in and keep it in on my own. 2 hours later, still no doctor to see me, just to say, yeah, put her on a drip. No, nothing. So I asked the nurse, you know, how much longer? They say it's a priority basis, you're in ER, and I said, I understand that. I was starting to get a bit frustrated with how long it was taking, considering there's, you know, these 2 people younger than me who, you know, I'm going in there because I have to freaking do chemo. I've had cancer and I'm doing this and I'm not feeling well because I have to go through chemo to help me live longer. These people who come in who are priorities are people who have overdosed on drugs, which is really sad. And I might sound judgmental, but it's frustrating. I know they've got a disease and stuff, but it is like, I want to live, and these people are just doing stuff to themselves and their bodies, and that could kill them. Like, life's short, peeps. Don't waste it. And so it does get a bit frustrating when, you know, all these other people, like I know they're sick people, but it was just frustrating sitting there for 2 hours on something. I know that seems simple, just like a drip is all I needed, and it, of course my priority wasn't high, but I'm like, come on, anyway, we'll move on from that. That's my little vent. Anyway, I hope all those people are okay, and you know, might wake up to themselves once they get out of hospital or whatever they've done. So yeah, that's about it. Just preparing myself for Wednesday. Sippy sippy. Got a haircut. As I've mentioned, I shouldn't lose all my hair. They just said it would thin out, so I got a little haircut just to make my hair a bit shorter, just so because every time I go like that, you know, there's like 4 or 5 hair strands, and just to reduce the amount of hair that I'm bloody finding everywhere. So I went and got a haircut. Yep. And I will be back here at the Cancer Therapy Centre in a couple of days. So off I go, finish my drink, and then I'm off to go get some Metamucil tablets. Fun. Anyway, bye bye.